receive a greeting. This video is the third, and I think the last for now, of the topic of SQL injection. That was missing the topic of tools. We have already seen how it is done manually. Today we will talk about a specific tool that is called SQLMap. There are other tools such as SQL Ninja, which is also very interesting, or the old habit. There are many tools to make it automated. We are going to work with a site that we already know is a test site of InfoSeq edits, where we validate that we have a SQL injection. We simply place an apostrophe at the end. This technique we already know. If you need to remember it, let's say look for the previous videos that I already did of SQL injection, and there you will understand why the post. Then, SQLMap is the tool that we are going to use. It's a very interesting tool. You can look at SQLmap.org, all the information regarding. Then, what we would need is basically to place the URL of the site where we are going to do our injection. In this way, we're going to tell SQLMap, as always in any tool with -- help, we are going to be able to bring the help. There we have all the help. There are some commands that we're going to see now. The research. Then, I would recommend that you do it about all the other commands that we do not reach to see, because there are many possible things here. Then we will simply say SQLMap. Open double quotation mark and put the URL of the vulnerable site. Here, as I missed the ID, the same as 2. Ready. Double quote. And this simply serves us to validate if the site is vulnerable and tells us at once that the database is a Microsoft SQL server that has an Internet Information Server. 8.5 is a server. 2016 is a server quite updated. Ready. We are going to try to bring us first that all the names of the databases that there is stored in this server. Then we are going to say -- to bring us all the databases. There we see them: vocab, master model, MSDB, TEM. Let's say that now we want to see the tables that are inside one of the databases. Let's take, for example, bookup. Then the command is simply going to change in this way. You're going to say, for example, -D, bookup, and we can say space, -- tables, so that it shows us how the tables contained inside that database are called. Ready. There is only one that is called Bookmaster. Perfect. If I want to see the content of Bookmaster, then I can tell it, well, show me the content, -T to tell it the database, Bookmaster. And we can bring us, for example, the columns of that specific table. Then I can tell it -columns. So that you see the command well. We are going to give it enter. That is going to bring us all the columns. Look, there we have author name, book ID, book name, description, file name. Which one we like, let's say. I don't know. Book ID, for example. Then if we want to bring us the content of book ID, we can do that, just that. So what we would have to do is basically a dump, punctually, of those tables. Now if you want to dump absolutely all the content, then you can do it. Simply put at the end, -- dump also. And it will bring absolutely everything it can. See there, it's bringing us everything. Brought us all the content of basically that database. There it is bringing us all. The image files, names of authors. Everything was delivered to us. Now if we would like, it also delivers us a CSV file at once, automatically. Then we have already dumped the content. If we had, for example, passwords or similar, then we could bring now. There we brought absolutely everything, right? But if we wanted to simply bring us not the columns, but the dump of the content, then you remove less columns, you leave only dump. And that will also bring us the dump of the content without showing us the columns. And you decide, let's say, that you want to bring. As you can see it. And as I said, you can bring any type of field. Ready. There are other things that we could do, very interesting, as for example, to see which is the current user that we are using. Then simply change it here to current user. And it will tell us which is the user with which the database is connecting. In this case, SA. There you can see it. Is very dangerous to do it with the user of administration, default of the system. But well, it is what it is doing. We could, for example, ask him which is the database to which we are connected at this moment. Then simply the question would be current B. Then here it tells us book up. We could connect to any other table or any other database. But well, I leave it to you to practice it. One more command that I want to show you is the -- users, -- passwords. I ran it back here because it has taken a lot of time. I just wanted to show you the command and what you can do. Here is users, password. Then that brings us, for example, each one of the users within the database. Then that brings us, for example, users within the database. There you have it. And then it will bring us the hashes. What happens is that it has taken quite some time to do it. It is running there, but the invitation is that you try it. In the sites where you have authorization to test, there are many sites where you can practice your skills. If you need a list, then comment me, and I can give you a list of sites where you can practice. Then, well, this was what I wanted to show you with automated tools, as the SQLMap that you will see that has a lot of parameters again, with the help of, you will find many, for example, bring a shell of the system, or try at least. Here you have dump. There are many things we say that you can try. The recommendation is to practice with the command. Read the descriptions and all the part of the help of the parameters. And well, any concerns, as always, then comment through the channel. Have a great day.